Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of Daily Magic. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. Today's new daily is to attack with 30 creatures. Nice and easy. So we're going to do some mono red today, just to kind of help out this blue and red that we've had for a day or two now. And the deck we'll be running is this one. It is a mono red aggro deck that focuses more on big red, with cards like Dragonhawk, Clive, and Overlord of the Boilerbilges. So let's go through it just real quick. Burst Lightning for easy removal. Sarkhan, because we have two different dragons in this deck. We won't actually be casting Twinmaw Stormbrood. Maybe, or we might. We will have like a treasure token created from Sarkhan potentially, or to be able to play this. So we do have Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, so maybe we play it, maybe we don't. But mainly it's here for its Charring Bite, dealing 5 damage to target creature without flying. That's the main reason this card's in here. Zookeeper Mechan, I think that's how you say it, is here for mana generation. Again, we got a lot of big creatures. Irencrag, again, mana generation. Screaming Nemesis is just a really good 3-drop, so yeah. And then we have Tannuk, which is kind of a centerpiece of this. Other creatures you control have haste. Artifact cards and red creature cards in your hand have warp 3. The idea here is that you can warp out Clive. You can warp out Clive, discard your hand, and then draw cards relative to your devotion to red. And from my understanding, devotion, each red pip in the mana cost of permanents you control counts towards your devotion. I have used this deck. I don't know if I've used this deck in an episode before, but I have tried it out. And whenever I warped in Clive, I got like 11 cards drawn, which was awesome. So he's like the main one you want to warp, but you can also warp in Overlord because it will have haste, so it'll come in, deal 4 damage, and then attack for 4 more damage. So yeah, Tannuk is here to get your big stuff in faster. The Fire Crystal makes all of your red creatures or red spells cost 1 less, and creatures have haste, so just another way of giving your creatures haste. Dragonhawk, because we do have several things that are power 4 or greater, mainly Dragonhawk, Clive, and Overlord, so that does come into effect. But again, that hasted ability means its ability will trigger twice on its turn. So yeah, Clive again for his devotion for his card draw ability. And sometimes maybe we switch him into Ifrit, Warden of Inferno. Maybe not. Just depends on how things are going. And then Overlord of the Boilerbilges needs no introduction. So that's the deck. Let's jump into just a couple of matches. I think, like I said, I've used this deck before. I am drawing a blank if I used it in a previous episode. But when I went to check through the episodes, I didn't see it right offhand, so probably not. But yeah, let's give it a shot. See how we do. I'm okay with this. Yeah, I'm okay with this because we have 2 Burst Lightnings to kind of burn them of creatures if they play something early. Then we can go into Zookeeper, which will give us 3 mana to play with to get Screaming Nemesis out. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Healer Hawk. So we're dealing with a healer stack. That's great. They're a life gain deck is what I mean. Essence Channeler, that needs to die. That's fair. Why'd that take them to 14 though? Oh, probably a bug in the system. It was going to hit them for 3, and then they canceled out, so it triggered Screaming Nemesis' ability. I don't know. I don't know. But hey, we'll take our first free win. Yeah, those 2 Burst Lightnings at the very beginning, those were definitely what won us that match. Just because I was able to keep things off the field. So yeah, we'll definitely take that. So yeah, having burst lightning early is definitely helpful. So, good to know. Definitely good to know. Okay, that's an interesting name. Oof, no. Too much mana, not enough going on. This is better. This is better. And I hate it, but what should I get rid of, though? I hate it, but we're... No, not you. Probably the Fire Crystal. Yeah, we're a little... I mean, we have the mana to be able to cast some of our stuff, so that's helpful. None of that. So we can get Tannuk out this coming turn. It won't really help us though, is the problem. Like, he'll be on the field, which is great, but... If they don't get rid of him, that would be fantastic. Good Fortune Unicorn. Okay. So what do we do here? We are going to warp out Overlord. Burn you. And burn you. So you get the idea, right? You see what this deck is about. Anthem of the Champions, Wary Thespian. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and cast this. That's fine, yeah, Surveil. Just not enough. And the fun thing here, I just have to play Dragonhawk, and then that's game. Because its ability will trigger, and then I don't have to do anything. Just play all your cards, I get it. Sure. We attacked with our 4, I'm just going to burn them just to get it over with. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, opponent, for letting me play my cards so I could get a few more things attacking in that round. Thank you very much, I do appreciate it. But yeah, you can kind of see, as long as you're getting good card draw, good, well, as is true with every deck, as long as you're lucky with your draws, with your top decks, this deck can be really strong. So, we haven't even seen Clive, but Clive is really just there as something to play when your hand is empty, so you can refill your hand based on your devotion to red, so. But... yeah, I think the deck works really well, so play just for fun, you and me both, for the most part. Okay, I'm okay with this. This is interesting. Nothing? Wow, another fountain port. Okay, so what happened here, this is my assumption, I could be wrong, most likely. Our opponent started with a hand that probably had just their fountain port, maybe just fountain ports, I don't know. But there can't be any other reason that you play two fountain ports back to back if you don't have any other mana in hand. That has to be it. But that has to be what happened. But anyway, just to go through what I was gonna do, my thought process: play a land, obviously. Then we're gonna go with Sarkhan, Dragon Ascendant, reveal Twinmaw Stormbrood to get that treasure token, and then really just kind of go. That was the turn. We're just gonna go from there. This is going suspiciously well. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, we'll do one more match. We're at 11 minutes. We can do one more. If we end up going past that 15 mark, we go past the 15 mark. But hey, I'll take it. These last few weeks playing this have not been overly great. I'll admit it's actually kind of hit my desire to keep playing Magic, just because it can get kind of repetitive and tiring if you're just losing a lot, constantly losing. Oh, hello and goodbye. Yeah, you're not getting that. You're not allowed to start boosting that. No, thank you. I think we're going to go ahead and do Tannuk next, instead of Screaming Nemesis. Might have been a mistake, but we're going to run with it. Bristly Bill, play your land, buff Tifa, right? Makes her a 4, still can't do anything to me. So I'd like to do this. Go ahead and get Screaming Nemesis out. We'll warp out Clive next, which will put me at 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll draw 4 cards, 4, 5, 6 with Clive on the field. So yeah, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, that's gonna really hurt. That's a little unfortunate. I can block 3 of it to make it 13 damage. Yeah, a little unfortunate there. Go ahead and play you. We'll warp in Clive. Yep. Wow, that's a lot of land. There's not much else I can do here. I guess I could have kept... I should have kept Screaming Nemesis. Yeah, because they see it. They're already at... Yeah, they have 7 damage there, so good game. Go ahead and finish it. I'll actually just let them finish it. At that point, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, even if I had kept Screaming Nemesis in reserve to block, you're now at 104. I would have blocked, taken all of the extra damage. Yeah, taking all of that extra damage. I'm pretty sure, yeah, taking me past 0 would have ended the match before I could say, you're going to take some damage. So, yeah. The reason I didn't just immediately concede this match when I saw there's no way I was going to win. Well, they could finish it, and to pay back the kindness from that earlier match. Let them do that. That 400 and some odd. That's insane. That was insane. So I'm happy for my opponent to get to see that. You don't get to see stuff like that very often, I don't think. So I'm very happy for them. But anyway, that is going to do it for the matches today. We do have a pack of Edge of Eternities to open, so let's get to that. Alright, nothing new in the commons and uncommons. What about the rare? We'll take that above everything else. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And with that, my friends, we're going to wrap things up. So, if you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.